Chapter 3. Kaylee. Kaylee, get up! Sarah barges into my room, rudely waking me up from the precious sleep I was finally able to get. We need to get a move on or we're going to be late for band. She yanks the covers off of me, increasing my irritation. I'm up, I say, swinging my feet off the bed and sitting up. Go finish getting ready and I'll meet you downstairs. Okay, just hurry. Sarah thankfully storms back out of my room. I take a quick shower, trying not to think about why I was up half the night. Once I'm dressed, I check my phone to see how much time I have left. Unfortunately, that just reminds me of the text I got last night. James texted saying he needed to move practice this Thursday to Tuesday because he has a date on Thursday. As in a real date where both parties are calling it a date. I can easily tell you how many dates James and I have been on in the 2 years we've been on again and off again. 0. We make out, he says he doesn't want a relationship and pulls away. I go on a date with someone else and he throws a tantrum. He apologizes and is super flirty and the cycle starts over again. It may fuel our songwriting, but I know it's unhealthy. So when he wanted to hang out Saturday before a gig, which was his way of saying make out, I told him no because we were over. Yesterday he texted me and Connor saying we needed to reschedule band practice for his big date. It's nothing new for him to flaunt other girls in front of me, but he's never dated any of them. Him actually committing to a date with some other girl when we've never been on one hurts even more than the numerous times I've seen him stick his tongue down some other chick's throat. I try to shake those thoughts away as I hurry through applying my makeup, but I'm running late enough that I should probably just skip it, but my eyes are puffy from crying last night and I look like crap. The last thing I want is for anyone to know something's wrong with me. I make a perfect smoky eye look complete with bold red lipstick. I grab my leather half jacket before running downstairs. My makeup feels like war paint, and the jacket is my shield to help me get through today. Hopefully I can make it through without anyone seeing the cracks in my armor. Sarah's waiting by the front door for me. Finally, let's go. We load up in my van, and I'm pulling out of the driveway before Sarah even has her seatbelt clicked into place. Why'd you oversleep? We're never this late, Sarah says after she gets buckled in. I didn't sleep well last night. It's nothing to be concerned about. I'm sorry we're running behind. I really don't want to talk about it, and especially not with my younger sister. What's wrong? Mom didn't even go out last night. Sarah sees more than I want her to about what happens in our house. Knowing I stay up until everyone's asleep, it keeps me from potentially being woken up in the middle of the night if something happens because of my parents' poor decisions. But Sarah knows that wasn't an issue last night since our mother was passed out in her room well before we even thought about going to sleep. I had an idea for a song. I wanted to write it all down on paper so I wouldn't lose it. It's not a lie per se. I did write a song last night, an outpouring of all the emotions I was feeling, but writing it was more to soothe myself and put a stop to the tears. If anything, songwriting was what made it possible to go to sleep when I did instead of something that kept me awake. Sarah seems to take my reason at face value and starts filling me in on freshman gossip I couldn't care less about. I try to be a good big sister and follow along as she tells me about who's dating who and what friends aren't speaking to each other anymore. It seems like a waste of time, keeping up with other people's lives. But it makes Sarah happy, and she has so few things at home that do these days. I would never want to take away her happiness. I throw the van into park at school, and we both jump out, hurrying to get inside. At least today starts off with watching Friday night's performance, so we just need to be in the band hall on time instead of on the practice field with our instruments. Mr. Gregory, the band director, is getting the TV set up as we breeze through the door. He gives us his trademark unimpressed look before glancing at his watch. I ignore it since there's nothing I can do about the time anyhow, and head to my cubby to get my trombone. I grab the 3 pieces out of my case, and I sit next to our section leader and my best friend, Drew. You're late again, Drew says. If you keep this up, we're going to be stuck staying after Monday night practice running laps to make up for Mr. Gregory's time you're wasting. Drew and I have been friends since we met in band class in junior high. He's usually soft-spoken, so getting on to me is abnormal for him. I'm guessing that means Mr. Gregory has already talked to him about my struggles with punctuality. I'm sorry, I say. I overslept. I'll set more alarms for tomorrow so it isn't a problem again. Drew takes in my appearance and must see something on my face because his disapproval softens. Okay, just be on time tomorrow. I nod as Mr. Gregory turns the lights off to start the video. I assemble my horn quietly while we watch the video from Friday. Mr. Gregory pauses frequently, pointing out areas of the marching show that we need to work on. I'm glad to be focused on band, and no school should keep me distracted enough I won't have time to think about James, much less get upset about it again.